Welcome to Cow Design Studio. Today we going to be discuss about one of the key element in initially required for any design or development is called brainstorming. Brainstorming is a key element part for any project that will be required. But brainstorming requires set of a rule during the brainstorm process. So today we are going to discuss about some of the important key element of a rule for brainstorming. First of all, it's a good idea if you're doing a brainstorming in a groups. That group have a different background of technological background as well as a user perspective also and a product different stage of a experience that people will be involved during the brainstorming. They give you the wide perspective of your about brainstorming. Make sure the brainstorming follow make to learn or learn to make a process that will be help you to more engagement during the brainstorming, and also make sure that kind of the process have a so much of fun that people become naturally creative and that give you the idea they support your product. Make sure most important things that you will understand the problem that they are going to be brainstorming, and everyone should be on a same page of understanding the problem. That's the key element that give you the brainstorming boost. So most important things, understanding the problem means putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So that is important, because if you're talking about only perspective about yourself, sometimes the key idea will be not coming in a picture. So you need to be think about someone else who going to be use this particular problem, your product, your process. So and other part of the brainstorming that is required to be the time. You can't take a whole day for the brainstorming. You can't take a 3 to 4 hours for a brainstorming. That's the best important part. You need to be fix the time for a brainstorm. Ideal is a 30 minutes is a good for a brainstorming. The short brainstorming with high engagement is good result. Like a D-School bootcamp particularly state that invest energy into a short period of a time, such as 15 or 30 minutes of a high engagement. Get in front of a whiteboard or around a table, but take an active posture or standing or sitting upright. Get closer together. So make sure you can't take a long time for brainstorming. 30 minutes ideal. In cases if you require more time, go for the 1 hour, but not more than 1 hour. Moving ahead, that's most important rule that we call defer judgment, because it's not your job to judge the product. You are judge the other people's idea. The brainstorming team required to be not judgment. They just come with the idea. Yep, they whatever think, the natural creativity, whatever they think about during the brainstorming, that is the important part. Judgment is not required on a table of a brainstorm. That because simply Jessica say that if no one hate it, no one really love it. So what's a bad, what's a good is not a matter. In a brainstorming, only one key element is matter. What kind of idea will be coming, how you will using this idea to build your product. That is important. And most important, increase the wild ideas. That is required, because simply in a realistic idea judgment sometimes very difficult. It's not fun also and not engagement. So you can go ahead and a wild idea, what kind of idea you think about, not a particularly possible, but any about directly, indirectly, they will help you in a build your product is much better. Simply, Alex say that it's easier to tone down a wild idea than to think up a new one. So sometimes we think about, we need to think realistic, but we are not realistic on that moment. We think how we can think realistic ideas, or how can we think about brainstorming doing realistic. So don't put this kind of a boundary condition. We need to be realistic. Just go how much wild you can go. Just go it. That's the process. The do say that this is what I do for the fun. Brainstorming about monsters. So think about anything that will be increase your engagement in a group of brainstorming, but directly or indirectly they will help you in your idea. And most important things moving on, build on the ideas of other. Don't think about whatever the idea will be coming, which person this idea will giving, whose idea giving. Don't go for the question why you these, why on this idea we can replace your idea and this idea. Do not think about, just make a positiveness and put the every idea in a ball and think about how you can use this kind of idea. Then make a cluster of every each idea and use idea of other people to build your idea in a much better strength. And most important, during the brainstorming, be thinking about this idea, and after that slightly be switch the topic one, then switch the topic second, then be switch the topic three, and finally be discussing about something else, not about a topic that we doing a brainstorming. So most important is stay focused on the topic that we doing a brainstorming. And during the brainstorming of a table, the group of people will be talking together, and if everybody talking in at a single time, it's very difficult to take a note, shortlisting the idea in a properly way. So it's a good rule, one conversation at a time. That is the important things. And most important things, during the brainstorming, make sure you have a sketchbook, pen, pencil, that you can simply draw raw sketches, because be visual is more important than anything else, because visual will be connect the people and they can think about, okay, this kind of idea, they can make sure give the idea for modification, what they think about. Visualization give them boost to understand the product. So go for the visualization. Tom and David say, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a prototype is worth 1,000 meeting. So picture is more worth than words. So go for the pictures, kind of a sketch and other things. And the last quantity that we require, go for quantity. Go for quantity. Do not think about quality of idea, what kind of idea I need, how can, just go for the quantity. How much quickly idea will become. How much idea will become. Suppose that even 30 minutes you can have a 70 idea. You have a 70 idea. Even 30 minutes you have 50 idea. You have a 50 idea. In 30 minutes you have 100 idea. You have 100, because they are quick. They coming naturally in. So focus on a quantity, not for quality. Just focus on a quantity, because they will help you generate a more and more idea, and later you can make sure which kind of idea cluster. You can make a cluster and then decide what kind of idea will supporting your ideas and your product. That's important. So these are few rules about a brainstorming. Suppose that if we following these rules, regulation, they will enhance our brainstorming process, also boost our product or innovation. Thank you very much. We will meet soon for a new episode.